This is episode number 332 of the Homeowner Show. Well, whether you're DIY or looking to hire, we're here to help you find the best information and options for you and your home. My name is Kevin Hackett, and here with me is Craig Williams.
Hello, and welcome to the Homeowner Show. We're so glad that you could join us for another live episode here in the studio. How you doing, Kev?
Man, I'm doing good. It's, I feel like it's been a while again since I've been on.
Yeah.
It's just been a wild few weeks. But
Kevin doesn't like to go out in the wild, y'all.
Well, sometimes things happen whenever I'm unavailable. Okay, it just happens to be what it happens to be. But man, no, things are pretty good. It like routine has set in again, and I don't know. I don't have any like positive, negative necessarily. Life's just good. How about you?
Man, it's been a crazy week or so.
Well, that's true
for sure.
But that does that have anything to do with you personally or just life?
Here's what I find interesting.
Okay.
Is if you say nothing, how many people want to know your opinion? I've had a lot of people asking me my opinion.
Yeah.
On a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Here lately. And I have been hesitant to give it.
Sure.
Not because I don't have one.
You always have an opinion.
I always have an opinion.
I do too.
But man, I mean, like we're gonna get into some of the Charlie Kirk stuff tonight.
Yeah.
We're gonna talk about it, and some of the other stuff too, man. Like I want to talk about some of the late night TV stuff going on right now, because I think there's a lot of rigmarole and hullabaloo going on with that. That's just not founded in much of anything.
Yeah.
So we also want to talk about rate cuts. We had some rate cuts.
Yes, we did.
So here's a rare opportunity for you, Kev.
Okay.
We can talk a little sports.
Oh, yeah. I like it.
Yeah.
I'm all in.
So, I mean, you went to a game last night.
Well, I went to a game 2 nights ago.
2 nights ago.
It was actually 3 nights ago now.
Yeah.
But then I went to a game 2 nights before that as well that had some crazy stuff going on.
Was that the Tech game?
Yeah.
Did they? Oh, they won that one.
They did. Well,
Okay.
they were playing, Oregon State, who was, 0-2.
The Beavers?
Yes, they're the Beavers. And we got 7 plays in, including the opening kickoff, and there was a 2.5-hour weather delay.
Oh, gosh.
And one thing
is that what happened with your flight?
Well, see, I didn't fly because one of the crazy things it just Lubbock in general is, there's no flights after like 5 or 6.
Right.
And, we needed to get out either late that night or early the next morning. And the first flights were like 8 or something like that. So we couldn't get back to where we needed to be in time. So we drove. See, here's the thing. I don't mind driving. It's not a big deal. So,
I do.
Yeah,
I don't want to.
It's fine. I'll mind.
Do it, but I don't want to.
Yeah, well, I wanted to fly, but I just had no options. Well, the game started at 2:30. Well, even a long NCAA football game, which lasts longer than it should. Okay, we're done by what? 6?
Should be
6-ish.
Yeah, they're typically about 4 hours long.
Yeah, and so, we would have been home probably by 2:00 in the morning, and I was kind of okay with that. The game didn't start till 5:15 after the weather delay. So
was there lightning? Is that what was going on?
Yeah, it was lightning.
Okay. Yeah.
And dude, I think it rained more in Lubbock that day than it's rained in the last 3 years. It just doesn't rain in West Texas, but they've had a lot of rain this year. But man, we just went to my parents' house.
Did you really?
They live like 50 minutes away, and so yeah, we
I'm sure they were
there.
happy with that.
Well, sure, they stayed with them on the way in. But my dad wasn't there. He was coming in from overseas. He had a mission trip he was on. So
he was doing like a preaching school or something like that.
He was in Trinidad. So he was coming in on Saturday. And so anyway, we were gonna miss him. Well, it wound up that we got to spend the night there again.
That's good.
No, it worked out. It was fine, and thankfully there was no issues the next day or anything. But so that was a long weekend,
right?
And then we got tickets to the Rangers game on Monday.
Yeah.
and yeah, they just wound up.
Do you think they have any chance of catching at this point?
Look. Here's. I don't think they had any chance of catching before.
Mm-hmm.
What happened was a bit bizarre.
Let's see what happened was.
Yeah, because see what happened was, so a bunch of our players, the Rangers players, got hurt.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the big stars, the big money on our team, all got hurt at the same time, which is just bizarre. Like Corey Seager got appendicitis, man. Like,
geez.
Of all the things, it had nothing to do with baseball.
Yeah.
And so it was just what it was. Well, we had these young kids come up from AAA. They'd all been playing together in AAA for 2 years now. And they were kind of going, well, this is fun. We've been playing with each other down there. We'll play with each other up here. And they swept the Brewers, the best team in baseball. They won 2 out of 3 in New York with the Mets.
Mm-hmm.
Also, one of the best teams in baseball right now. And
which feels weird to say.
But they went on this pretty impressive run, and everyone's like, "Oh, look, they're gonna do it." And I'm like, "How?" Like they don't have the track record this year.
Mm-hmm.
They've been terrible all year, and yeah, they won some games. That's not sustainable. And they come into Houston, and man, like there's a couple of things that I think are just true. Number one, bunch of injuries. That plagues you.
Mm-hmm. Next,
you come into a pretty big rivalry, and you got people booing you, and you got like this big stage, and like this, there's all this emotion that's happening beyond baseball itself, and like trying to, like all the pressure that baseball brings in and of itself. And I just don't think they had it in them.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I don't know, maybe the Astros had a little help with their pitch selections.
I didn't watch the game. I just look for the scores and whether or not I can taunt you.
No, that's fine. Like honestly, I mean, really, I've had May was terrible, June was terrible, July was terrible, August was okay, beginning of September was pretty good, and yeah, I don't know, it's weird. So here's what I do believe.
Yeah,
I do believe that whoever wins the West should be their victory. Because that will be, I don't think anybody's going to progress very far, whether it's the Mariners or the Astros, or if by some chance of luck, the Rangers wind up in the wild card somehow. They're all going to fail miserably. They are the worst division in baseball.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah, by far. So it's pretty bad. Like, I will put it this way. Whoever wins the West would probably be third place in almost every other division.
Yeah.
So
there you go.
Yeah. Tells you something.
All right. I kind of feel that way about TU right now.
Oh, yeah. Dude,
I was singing this song last year with these guys.
Well, so here's the thing. I am going on record to say that I think Arch Manning is injured.
You think he's injured?
I think he's injured.
Yeah.
Because I've seen him play before. He's only played a few downs here or there, last year. But the guy's throwing motion is all out of whack. I mean, he's throwing sidearmed. It's like weird stuff is happening. Yeah. And I'm like, there's no way that is natural,
Surely if he's injured, like they've got somebody that can at least manage the game.
Oh, I would think so.
Better than like
put them in.
Sure. I mean, like 3 interceptions now.
Oh, it's bad.
So, I mean, like, I've heard some people talking about it, but like, again,
you think they're overhyped?
100%.
But Texas A&M isn't?
Huh?
Texas A&M isn't overhyped?
Right now?
Uh-huh.
No.
Okay.
No, I don't think they're overhyped.
Okay.
I think they were, I think, I mean, like where they're at right now, probably a little bit.
Okay.
Probably a little bit. But But like, here's the problem: is there's so many unknowns with the way that they've allowed the league to become, where the transfer portal and paying the players. Like, here's the thing: a lot of people don't realize. I mean, like, when you made it available for them to pay players, and the transfer portal was immediate, A&M's going to win. They've got more money than just about anybody.
Well, that's true, but they didn't win this year.
What do you mean?
Texas Tech was by far the highest portal spending team.
Maybe.
Not maybe. They spent $25 million, which was almost like 50% more than the closest person next to them.
Yeah, and
it's crazy.
Well, it's no disrespect to Texas Tech. I mean, they can spend all the money they want. They just don't have the brand.
No, they definitely don't have the brand. Except it will be interesting because
if they win, if they win the 12,
the number of 5-star recruits they've been getting over the last few months because of all this portal stuff that's happened. It is interesting, and it's all because of Cody Campbell. And most people don't have a clue who Cody Campbell is. Well, let me tell you real quick. Cody Campbell graduated from Texas Tech. He played football at Texas Tech. He just sold I think it was either the beginning of this year or the end of last year. He just sold a business for $4 billion. And he is single-handedly funding all of this.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, he's funding Texas Tech?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
His name's on the football field.
Sure.
Like the guy, I mean, he's just... They've now got the money because this guy's going. I mean, last year, whenever they were supposed to be better than they wound up being, there was a tweet that went out by this kid. I don't know who he was, and he I don't think he knew who he was talking to, but it's like, you got some pretty big cojones here,
right?
Cody Campbell said something about the refs are I normally don't say this, but the refs have been really against us. And this kid tweeted back to him and said, then buy us an O-line. And he tweeted back, I will. And he did. So it'll be real interesting. If they don't win the Big 12 this year, it'll be pretty sad, honestly.
So I think I'm not so like obviously I went to A&M, so like I'm express my bias.
Yeah.
But that being said, you now have an 0-2 Notre Dame.
Oh, yeah.
That's still in the top 25.
Oh, I know.
So, and
I hate them.
Fair enough. So, but like, here's a team that just last year was in the national championship game.
Yep.
And I don't know if that's what's holding them up in the top 25 or if there's just so much.
They've got strength of schedule on their side, but I mean, they have, because they're not in a conference, they have to wind up.
They got to run the table at this point.
They have to.
Yeah.
It's where they're at.
But like this comes back around to my problem with Texas is like they have a chump schedule again.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I'm not like full blown conspiracy theorist, but like I fully believe like the SEC like gave them just like a golden ticket to come into the SEC.
Well, they did.
And like, look, we're gonna give you 2 to 4 years of like just easy schedule. Like it won't even be that hard. By the way, Nick Saban's stepping down, so you're not even gonna have to worry about that anymore. Right. I mean, it's like all this stuff that just lines up for them. Not only that, and like preseason number 1, why I don't know, other than just like the hype around Arch Manning, who just turned out to be a dud.
So far. I saw. By the way, I saw this really. You know how Peyton and Eli do like their
side by side
stuff.
Yeah.
And I guarantee this was AI generated, but they showed a clip of Arch just absolutely sucking, and Eli's going, see what he did there is he did this, and Peyton goes, that guy's not my nephew. I guarantee it was AI, but it's like, he's not my nephew.
That's not my nephew.
Yeah, so funny,
dude. It was like so like this last game where they're playing, who are they? UTSA? Was that who they were playing?
No, they were playing UTEP.
UTEP.
Yeah.
That's what it was. They're playing UTEP, and he has 10 incompletions in a row.
I know.
One of which was an interception.
Yeah.
It's like,
yeah.
Like, can we just pump the brakes on like whether,
I know.
like it's.
I know.
And I look, he seems like a nice kid.
No, yeah.
Like I don't have like, but my beef is just with this ridiculous Texas hype.
Well, he's a Manning. I mean, look,
like I get it. Like all of the pieces are on the board.
Yeah,
but like you still can't like deliver.
No, I that's why I think honestly, I've seen him throw the ball.
I know you think he's hurt, but what if he's not?
Well, then he's just
because it's a strong possibility he's not.
Then he's got really bad coaches.
Well, he's got really bad coaches if he is hurt.
Sure. I don't disagree.
Either
with
way,
that.
he's got bad coaches.
I don't disagree with that. But what I am saying is that what I've seen from him in the past, even when he was in high school, he didn't throw the ball like this.
Right.
Like, I don't know. He's not Brett Favre.
Well, I mean, but
that's how Brett Favre threw the ball.
I kind of wonder if it's like a psychological thing, because like he was only really brought in as like a running package quarterback last year.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering
up until now.
Well, yeah, and I'm wondering if he thought like, well, I really need to change some stuff in order.
I don't know.
Because that can mess with you.
Sure.
So, but I am curious as to whether or not Marcel Reed is the real deal.
Yeah.
I mean, he might be. He looks like it.
He might be.
Like his passing percentage right now is not great.
Right.
But when you look at the numbers that he's getting on his passes,
sure,
nuts.
Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy, man.
It'll be interesting to see. I mean,
honestly, I do think a lot of that has to do with these two receivers that they have.
Yeah. I mean, having good receivers makes a huge difference, but you still have to be like, the NCAA has become the minor league football, like NFL football.
Yeah.
Because of all the portal stuff, which, by the way, have you seen the change?
No.
So they just, like last week, I think it was, they just changed the ruling on when you can enter the transfer portal. There's now only one time when you can, like one small window when you can enter the portal. And so basically there is no spring transfer portal window for the NCAA anymore, not for football. So now players have one single opportunity to enter the transfer portal, and it's in January. Oh. That's the only time they can do it. So that just happened. And so it's going to change how things happen.
Yeah.
It's thankfully, I mean, we've been saying it for couple of years now, like this is ruining football. And so hopefully that's going to make some changes. But I mean, I don't remember who it was, but it was some Aggie that said something to the effect of we should never have someone on the offensive line that isn't a senior. I mean, because A&M has, like you said, so much money. Yeah. They've got a brand, and when you can just buy your players, why would you ever have a starter that wasn't a senior? Yeah. The largest, the fastest, the most mature, like all of those things, like you can just buy your team now. Sure. And so it's minor league NFL, football, farm league, whatever you want to call it. And you just have to know that that's what it is going in. Yeah. And be okay with it or not. Yeah. So
I'm interested to see what happens. I don't know that they're going to win the SEC. I think they have a good shot of making the playoffs.
Well, I mean, some of the big players aren't the same as they used to be. Mm-hmm. You don't have the Alabama. I think Georgia,
not as big of a factor.
No, I think Georgia's down. It's interesting. I will say that some other changes with all of these teams, like we're almost at the place where we've got these super conferences now. Yeah. We're basically there. I think it changes a lot. It'll be interesting.
Like the teams that I'm worried about aren't even in the SEC right now.
Oh, well, yeah.
I mean, I'm more worried about Miami. Right. I'm more worried about Florida State.
Sure.
I'm more worried about Ohio. I think even Oregon, is in the conversation.
Well, yeah.
I mean, and I think the SEC better just like watch themselves.
Mm-hmm. Oh, no, you're not wrong. And I'm just here to tell you, like, watch out. Well, this week, Saturday, will be a very telltale thing with Texas Tech because they go to Utah. They're playing in Utah. I think the Utes are underrated right now, and they're already ranked pretty high. So it'll be. I mean, if Tech comes in there and steamrolls, watch out. If they get steamrolled, okay. We'll have that conversation. Right now, they've only played like junior high teams, right? Which I don't understand. I just don't understand why I know why they do it because, you win 6 games, you get a bowl, automatic bid to a bowl, right? So you buy your wins. Yeah. I get that. I hate it. It's stupid. Change the rule on bowls. Like you have to have 6 wins against, I don't know, FCS teams or something or FBS teams. I mean, like non FCS teams is what I meant to say. So, I don't know. But what I do know is that football's changing, man. It's going to be weird.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
So
for sure.
I'm not buying all the hype, but I'm dude, the 41-40 win was just did you watch it?
No.
It was nuts.
No, I wasn't able to watch it. But yeah.
The craziest thing was the 86-yard touchdown pass. Ugh. Where I think it was Mario Craver is the name of the receiver.
Okay. Yeah.
Which I think he's led in reception yards like 3 weeks in a row or something like that. Over 100 yards every game.
Nice.
Like he runs into 3 dudes simultaneously.
What?
After catching the ball, spins out of it, and then takes it like another 30 yards for the TD.
Wow.
It's a crazy play, man. And like it wasn't like the only play. And the only reason Notre Dame lost that game is because they fumbled the field goal.
Yeah.
That's it. That's the only reason they lost that game.
I heard about it. I'm like insane.
I mean, like at the end of the day, I mean, it was pretty clear A&M just wanted it more.
Sure.
I mean, that was what, and like,
right.
So that makes me
and at Notre Dame.
That was the thing. It was a on the road top 10 defeat.
It's huge.
That hasn't happened since the 90s for the Ags.
No, it's huge.
So it was a big moment. So I hope they ride it right. I think Elko's the right guy to do it.
Yeah. I mean, it may be now or never, man. Like,
so who knows?
Pretty interesting
we'll
place.
See.
Yeah.
But so we've got all this other. I mean, like, you know, we got to talk a little bit about Charlie Kirk assassination.
Yep.
Because that's just been dominating the news.
Well, I mean, this was such a massive murder, and I don't even consider it a murder as much as I consider it an assassination.
That's what it was,
and I think everybody would consider that. But the moment it happened, I was like, he was assassinated. Like this was.
You saw the video of it, right?
Oh, yes, I did.
Here's the problem. Like, not the problem. I got the news that he got shot, and almost immediately after that, somebody sent me the footage of the shooting.
Right.
And as soon as I saw it, I was like,
he died right there.
He died right there.
Right. No, that's what I said immediately. I was like, you do not recover from that.
No.
Like, not, and I don't mean recover as in like you might get better. I don't mean recover as in you might be a vegetable someday. I mean, he died right then.
Yeah.
He lost enough blood in that moment. When they moved him, he was gone.
I mean, I agree with you. I heard some guys that were close to him in his organization that were getting updates as it was going down, and they were saying they still had a pulse as they got to the hospital. I don't know how. I don't know how.
I don't either.
So, but like, just the only appropriate response to this is tragic and sad. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, that was not the response of a lot of people. And I mean, like, I genuinely don't care what your thoughts are on his politics or his philosophy or anything. The only response is tragic and sad.
Yeah. No,
but like so many people felt the need to add qualifiers. And, look, plenty of people felt no need.
Oh yeah.
To say anything that it's tragic or sad. I literally have seen just horrible women cackling online in glee.
I have too.
About this. And those are horrible demonic people.
Well, yeah, because I mean, I just take things away. This was a person.
Yeah.
He was a person. And I don't care who you are, no person deserves to be just shot like that.
No.
I mean, the guy's just out there doing what everybody expected him to do that day, including his wife and his kids.
That it happened in front of.
Who were right there.
Yeah.
This was senseless and ridiculous, uncalled for. There's no word that you can put out on it other than tragic and sad, because you cannot look at this in any way and go, this was anything other than that. And people are calling it a victory.
Yeah.
I mean,
not only that, man. Like we now know that there are soft hit lists that are being produced, as well as soft threats made against individuals who aligned themselves with people like Charlie Kirk. Which I do hope that like the FBI is paying attention to these things, but like it's almost impossible to see everything that happens out there on every Discord server and Reddit,
text message.
It's just like you can't.
No.
But there's a lot of weirdness around this. There's a lot of people that think, because they have the suspect in custody that they believe did this.
Yes.
I'm not saying that I don't think that he did it, but I'm hearing a lot and seeing a lot of evidence that suggests that he was not operating alone.
Sure. Well, really early I went, this has to have been coordinated. And I don't know what that means, because who knows? It could run way deeper than you and I think, but it really feels like he was, whether it was coerced or whether it was paid or whether it was whatever.
Right.
He didn't on his own accord choose to wake up that morning and do something that he wasn't going to tell anybody about. It's what it feels like.
So here's a couple of things that I've heard about this that just raise my suspicious eyebrow. One.
Which one is that, by the way?
The suspicious eyebrow? It's really both of them.
Okay.
I always operate in suspicion. One, the gun was wrapped in a towel.
Right.
Have you heard about this?
I have.
Okay.
But go ahead.
I mean, the reason that you do that's not like a rookie move. That's somebody that's been trained as to how to keep their gun in sight. Because you keep a towel around the gun that has a scope on it so that it doesn't come out of zero.
Right.
That's not just something that you figure out.
Right.
Two, they released the text message conversation between the young man and his, I guess it's his boyfriend.
Yeah.
That he was living with.
Trans boyfriend.
Furry person. But like, anyway, that has, honestly, that has nothing to do with it.
Nope.
They released the text message conversation and how they got that, who knows?
Well, the boyfriend gave it to them.
Well, that's what we're being told.
That's what we're being told.
So on the Patrick Bet David podcast, they took that transcript and they fed it through AI. And AI came back and said, this doesn't seem like a real text message conversation. This seems like a script.
Interesting.
And in that script was one of the questions that the boyfriend / roommate asks him just randomly out of the blue. How long have you been planning this?
Yeah. And he said...
And he answers the question.
Yeah, he does about a week.
Yeah, a couple of weeks.
About a week and a half, something like that.
And what somebody I was listening to pointed out was like, that's because whoever wrote the script wanted them to express their intent. Because that's one of the markers that you need in order for a conviction is to express and have evidence
that he'd been planning it.
Intent.
Yeah.
It wasn't just
woke up one day,
a crime of passion.
Right.
So show planning. So you have that. And then you also have the fact that it was a 200-yard shot.
Yeah.
Which not a ridiculously difficult shot.
No, that's actually, you can easily shoot some of these guns 1,000 yards without blinking.
But not...
If
you
I
can't pick up the rifle last week and
if I get some person who's never really shot before and go, hey, go give me a 200-yard shot. Yeah, not hitting him probably.
Probably not.
No.
So then you also have the old man in the audience that immediately confesses and starts screaming, shoot me, shoot me, shoot me.
Right.
Which gives some sort of indication of coordination.
Sure.
To what degree? I don't know.
Yeah.
It just makes everything seem very suspicious.
It does. Yeah. And he's not saying anything.
No.
He's deadpan. Whenever they were reading, it's weird. It's weird the way they do things in Utah. Now, maybe it's more common than I realized, but when they were reading the indictment, he was just on Zoom, basically.
Yeah.
Like he was on camera, and they've got him there in like a suicide watch outfit. And he's just like,
yeah,
completely deadpan.
Well, I know they're charging him with something. I don't remember what it was, but
oh, I don't either. I mean, they're
but I mean, they've already arranged
as much as they can right now.
Both of them.
Yeah.
And like they expressed their intent to seek the death penalty
by firing squad.
Yeah.
Well, but here's the deal. No, let me take that back. Firing squad is legal in Utah. But my understanding is it is an option available if requested.
Interesting.
So contrast that with Idaho, who also has firing squad available. They have made strides in order to make that the primary form of death penalty.
Interesting.
And Utah seems like that is an option that the person who is on death row can choose. But again, I'm not an expert. I'm hearing what I'm hearing, and I'm learning what I'm learning.
Yeah.
That's what I'm learning.
That's weird.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not, I mean, like, I don't know which one I would choose, honestly.
I don't either. Well, I mean, if it's lethal injection, I mean,
I kind of want to know, like, how good of a shot are
well,
they?
yeah, no doubt. No doubt. But, like, lethal injections just, I mean, I hate to say it this way, but I did that to my dog not too long ago. They literally just
go to sleep.
And then once you're asleep, they stop your heart. I mean, that's it. It's really completely painless and doesn't, it's very humane. I'll put it that way.
Yeah. But I mean, like that seems like the opposite effect for what we want with the death penalty. Like it's supposed to be a deterrent. I
Right.
mean,
If you go back to, which by the way, hanging is still on the ballot with some of these states.
Yeah.
Still available. But that was, now I know that they didn't have the electric chair. They didn't have lethal injection back in the, call it the 1800s, 1700s, 1600s, whenever. But they wanted to make a mockery of your crime at that point to deter other people from doing it. And, we've kind of gone away from that. Now, listen, I'm not advocating for the death penalty or not the death penalty. I'm just saying it exists. And with it existing, this is where we're at. I'm just
perfectly fine with advocating for the death penalty on certain crimes. I have no problem with it. I mean, like, there's just some crimes that are so heinous. Well, there's no reason to not have it on the table.
Well, I would absolutely agree with you. By the way, and we could get deep into a rabbit hole.
I'm not even talking about this particular case. I'm just saying, sure,
in general.
One, because like I'm not convinced that this guy was like a lone actor.
No, I'm not either.
I really like this again. All of the weirdness around the Trump shooting, like that kid just got disappeared.
Oh yeah,
like we know nothing about that kid.
That's unbelievable.
I mean, like, his whole house was cleaned out.
Yeah,
I mean, it's so bizarre.
Yeah,
the whole situation is bizarre, and now we have this, and like there's just too many. Like I heard somebody say, like this kid could end up being like the Oswald of our day. And he's not wrong.
Yeah,
I mean, like it's a weird. I mean, like, not only that, man. Like you look at Bobby Kennedy right now. Have you ever heard him talk about his dad's assassination?
I have, actually.
He believes that the man that is still currently in prison for his father's assassination is innocent.
Yeah,
right.
He does. Yeah.
It's a crazy set of circumstances. Like it's like he 100% believes that man was there the day that his father died. Sure. He just doesn't believe that he's the one that shot his dad.
Right.
And like it's so like this is not outside the realm of like unreasonable.
Sure.
To be having the conversation of like what the hell happened?
Yeah.
And why did it happen?
That to me, that's one of those things where I look at this and I go, okay, I look at the circumstances as they are. And the situation is that Charlie was going around having conversations.
Yeah.
And we like what he said, don't like what he said, doesn't really matter. It's legal for him to do what he was doing.
Yeah.
And there were a lot of people that were influenced by it.
Right. But like, okay, let's just take off the table whether or not you think he's right or wrong.
Sure.
Let's just look at the numbers.
Okay.
Okay. He was going around to college campuses.
Yep.
Okay. Having conversations with people about political issues.
Mm-hmm.
Not always political issues. Sometimes it was religious issues. Sometimes it's social issues. Sometimes cultural issues. He was just willing to have the conversation.
Yeah.
Here's the numbers. Best case scenario on a college campus, professors and a university. What do you think the ratio is on political affiliation?
It is super high Democrat.
Right. Or liberal,
super
however
liberal,
you want to look at
it. Left leaning.
Left leaning.
Yeah. And
best case scenario, it's 8 liberal professors to every 1 conservative professors. Yeah. Normal is 15 to 1.
Okay.
Okay. So he's coming into a campus and offering a different perspective. Mm-hmm. The whole point of a liberal education, which is what most universities and colleges are supposed to be offering, is a balanced perspective.
Right.
That you have a place where you can come and have discourse and dialogue and actually debate and learn about the issues.
Right.
How are you going to learn anything when you don't have anybody, statistically speaking, that represents the other perspective?
Right. In fact, so much so that a lot of these people have said, I can't state my beliefs because of fear of failing my class.
Yep.
And if that's true,
it's obviously true because they feel that way.
Sure.
Perspective
is reality.
It doesn't make perspective is reality on this.
Yeah, and so if saying that's true means that something isn't what it is originally, the original purpose was supposed to be. So Charlie has come in at this point and said, I'm going to have these conversations, give these kids a voice, help them see that they're not alone in their thinking. And
what's so interesting about, I don't know how much of his stuff that you've watched or some of the other guys that come into college
quite
campus,
a bit.
Like, you rarely see the professors actually come out and engage them. It does happen occasionally.
It's primarily students.
But like, how many? It's always interesting. Some of them are always like looking at their phone, reading from their phone.
Oh yeah.
And I'm always wondering, like, how many of them are like minions that have been sent by their professor with these, you know what I mean? Like,
I do.
I don't want to go fight him myself. I'll send you, and here's what you need to say to him. And when it doesn't work, I'll come back to me and I'll tell you why you did it wrong.
Right.
And it's like that's just so bugs me so much.
Yeah.
But
that becomes less than debate.
Yes,
is what that is.
Yeah.
Which is what Charlie did so well. One of the things that is one of the things that I appreciated about him as a person was his ability to retain information,
dude,
and recall it in a way that he could then articulate it to the people he was talking to.
That's the crazy part, man.
There's
lots of people that can recall information, but whether or not they can communicate it clearly,
that is to me. Yes, if you can store a lot of information in your, Rolodex in your brain, awesome. Great. Most of those people can't walk into a restaurant and order a meal. You know what I mean? Like they're socially questionable.
Sure.
Now, I'm overstating, I realize, but his ability to be able to call that information,
right, and
then say what he's trying to say in a way that is making sense to people, it's unprecedented, his ability to do that.
Yeah.
And so what I am sad about, as much as everything else, I'm sad that we lost a genius.
He really was, man.
Yeah.
Look, again, whether or not you agreed with his positions or not, that doesn't make a difference. Dude was a communicative genius.
Yeah, he was.
And just like, you're absolutely right. His ability to recall information and study the issues and then give them back to you in a way that was palatable and understandable. And not only that, just respectful.
Well, I think so. I will say this, and I don't know. I mean, you may have some other things you want to say about it, but one of the things that I just find so bizarre about what has happened, and this is not the first time that someone's been assassinated or killed, where the thing that they were trying to do, which was shut up the person, did the exact opposite.
Yeah.
Because people that never knew who Charlie Kirk was now know
his name's on their lips.
They're all over the place.
Yep.
The things that people had not seen from him before are now everywhere. You cannot scroll through social media without finding reels of what, of his, interactions with people while he's on these campuses, while he's talking with Ben Shapiro, talking with whomever he's talking with. And it did the very opposite. Yeah. It made him louder. And it's weird to say that, but I think that
it's the Obi-Wan Kenobi effect, man. It's just strike me down and you'll make me more powerful than I ever was before. And I don't mean that as like a joke. I mean, I think that's a trope in the story that George Lucas was trying to access, is that people that you try and kill actually become more powerful because when they actually stood for something.
Yep.
People were that makes them more memorable. That makes them more powerful. It makes them have more credence to their message.
Yeah. Which not to start getting religious at all, but you look at a guy like Jesus and this very same thing happened, right? They tried to shut him up, and not only did he accomplish all of the prophecy and do what he came here to do,
right?
He also became louder forever.
Well, in all of his followers.
Oh, that's right. I mean,
they stepped in line.
Yep.
And were willing to make the ultimate sacrifice.
And did. Most of them did.
And because of that, we all know their names.
Yep. And their household names. And I think that
most of your children who are male are named after them.
Yeah, you're right. You're exactly right. And so I look at this situation and I go, man, I wish people would just think before they make choices, because if you would,
you're asking way too much, Kevin.
I guess so. If you would think before you make choices, then you might go, look, if I do this, it's not going to accomplish the thing that I think it's going to accomplish.
Yeah.
Even if I'm willing to be a martyr, for my people, whatever that means, I'll take the hit for everybody else. It didn't work, man.
Yeah, which is interesting about this whole situation, man. Is we're not an election year.
No. We're far from it.
That's the thing. It's so bizarre.
Yeah.
Again, why I lean into what was actually going on.
Yeah, I mean, the kid lived in St. George, or was from St. George, so he's in Utah. He's going to a Utah school. Convenience was part of the equation. Whether or not he was coerced or not, convenience was part of the equation.
There's a lot of people out there with more speculative minds than me that are already circling the drain on this one. So
yeah,
you can find them if you want to. But again, I circle back around to tragic and sad.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, that's really all you need to know about this. It's just tragic and sad.
I agree.
And I really hope that we can get to a better place where no one is fearful of expressing themselves in public so that they might be shot.
I mean, why are we even having to say that?
Here's the thing. You know what I mean? This one actually really pissed me off. Is Destiny? I think his name's Steven or something like that. It's just human garbage, man.
Yeah.
I mean, look, I believe that everyone has value, but at some point in time, it's what is wrong with you, man? Mm-hmm. He was on a show and refused, and in fact doubled down on his statements where he said, this is actually a good thing because conservatives need to be afraid in public. He goes, and if they're more afraid in public, they're more likely to tell Trump to turn the temperature down. I'm paraphrasing,
Sure,
because I don't have the exact script in front of me, but he was essentially saying conservatives in public need to be afraid because they elected the wrong dude, and if they hadn't elected this guy, Charlie would have never died. And it's like, no, sorry, man, that's not how this works. No, that dude made a choice.
Yep.
Somebody made a choice.
Yep.
In order for this guy to die, and no one needs to be afraid to be in public.
No. Ever. No, I agree.
So,
and did you want to bring up the late night stuff?
Oh, 100%, man. Because I mean, Jimmy Kimmel got fired.
Right.
I mean, that's not what they said, but that's essentially what happened.
They removed his show.
Yeah,
he got fired.
So, and there's, man, as soon as it happened, this was an interesting one today, man. I saw some folks that I respect and that I love that were online saying, well, okay, fine. I'm canceling my Disney Plus subscription. For those of you who don't know, like Disney owns ABC.
Right. And ABC is where Jimmy Kimmel's
show is.
Right.
And they're like, fine. Like if you're gonna infringe on Jimmy Kimmel's First Amendment rights, free speech rights, if you're gonna infringe on his free speech rights, then I'm done. I'm canceling my subscription. I heard some other people say what the hell with this Jimmy Kimmel stuff? We're living. What's the I can't even think of it. What's the political affiliation where they always accuse the right of being?
Oh, you're gonna put me on the spot. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah,
libertarian. No, that's not the one.
It's like the negative connotation of the right.
Yep.
Because everyone on the right calls people on the left commies, socialists, and communists. I can't think of it. Anyway, people were saying like, well, now we live in this kind of a state where free speech is just completely gone.
Well, first of all, you work for a company, and you don't have free speech in that moment. You can go there because right, wrong, or indifferent, like you don't just get to say whatever you want to.
No,
for whenever you are representing a company at that point.
Right.
You don't get to say whatever you want to.
No.
So the free speech thing to me is a weird argument in that moment.
But so, like, this is the one. I mean, let me pull this up real quick because I have some manuscripts of like what he actually said.
Well, yeah. I mean, first of all, he started off saying, name calling the MAGA gang.
Right. Yep.
He said the MAGA gang is trying to spin this as if the person that did this wasn't one of their own.
Right.
That's basically what he said.
Yeah. He said, we hit some new lows over the weekend with the MAGA gang desperately trying to characterize this kid who murdered Charlie Kirk as anything other than one of them and doing everything they can to score political points from it. Let's see.
Well, then he started showing something about Trump. He showed
Trump's,
a clip.
Trump's response to it.
Right.
And he was saying, this is not how an adult grieves the murder of someone he calls a friend. This is how a 4-year-old mourns a goldfish.
Yeah.
That was part of his monologue.
Yeah.
And again, like, am I offended by it? No.
Right.
Because that's exactly what I expect from this guy.
Sure.
That being said, ABC Disney has every right to cancel whatever they want
Anytime.
at any time.
Because you know why? They own a company.
Yeah.
And they can do with it what they want.
And here's my example to folks is it, like, I'm not saying that Kimmel's statements were as egregious. I'm going to the extreme in order to make the example.
Okay.
But if you had an employee who was out taking care of customers in the field and was heard making and stating racial slurs about people that were not of his race,
Sure.
you would probably fire that individual on the spot.
I would think
because
so.
you do not want your company being represented by such an individual.
It's a reflection.
Are you squelching or squashing their First Amendment rights? No. They have the right to say those things without going to jail.
Sure.
They can say those things without going to jail. Mm-hmm. That doesn't mean that they have the right to represent you in the public.
Right. Wearing your brand.
Like
doing your thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that seems to be the disconnect that so many people have is I see so many people, and like this has become a thing now, is people crying about being fired because they made public statements about either Charlie Kirk or whatever, you know, and people are kind of done with it. They're done with people making public statements while representing their brands and their businesses, and they don't want to be associated with that anymore.
It's happening.
I don't blame them.
No, I mean it's happening around colleges. Colleges are removing people from their from their student body. They've removed professors. There have been teachers that have been let go.
Yeah.
Because again, you can say what you want to, as long as you're not doing it under my brand,
right?
Whatever that brand is.
Yeah, and so. There's a lot of people with this late night show stuff that are talking about Jimmy Kimmel. They're like, oh, well, the FCC, so this is government, imposing their will over a media company. Here's what I need people to understand. And I'm not saying this is the entire equation, but as a business owner, you're a business owner. Let me express some numbers to you.
Okay.
So, Stephen Colbert.
Mm-hmm.
A few weeks ago, we heard that his show's being dropped.
Right.
Why? Is he not good?
Oh, no. I mean,
he's obviously a talented comedian.
He's clearly good.
Right? Since 2020, on average, his show has been in the red over 40 million annually. Okay? But hang on.
Okay.
Hang on. Now, this is just based off things that we know.
Right.
There's a lot of things that we don't know.
Yeah.
Because P&Ls tend to be private.
Yep.
But we have some information that allows us to see sort of through the veil thinly.
Okay.
Stephen Colbert was not the lowest or wasn't the biggest loser.
Okay.
In the late night sphere.
Okay.
Stephen Colbert was number 3.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So, number 2 was actually Seth Meyers.
Oh, well.
Okay. The most successful of all the late night talk shows, Jimmy Fallon.
Sure. Not shocking.
The least successful late night show of all of them, Jimmy Kimmel.
Okay.
Right? And this has been a trend that's been happening since 2020. They said, and so I plugged everything into AI, and I said, give me all the data that you can on the profitability of late night shows, because I actually was like, oh, like you don't respond that quickly unless you were probably already thinking about doing this anyway.
Sure.
And on the tail end of them already canceling the other one,
right?
Like what are the numbers? Well, the numbers came back and it said, so since 2018, at best, they were breaking even. And since 2018, it's been a steady decline.
Oh, man.
Meaning in 2020, Jimmy Kimmel was down 2 million. 2021, down 5 million. 2022, down 8 million.
Oh, my
2023,
goodness.
Down 10 million. Down 2024, down 15 million. We're now in 2025.
Yeah.
What's the trend? 20 million.
Oh my goodness. So what that says is people are less interested in him as a host.
Less interested in him as a host, but like also losing $20 million annually.
That's a bad business move. Right?
Right? At best, losing $20 million annually
oh my goodness.
For the network. And has been trending down.
You think he had like this conversation with the higher ups at some point, and they were like, look, man, like at this point we need you to understand that if you don't get things righted, you're going.
No, I think he was operating underneath the idea that this is an institution that will never go away.
Especially and it's Disney, right?
Yeah,
they're
loaded. They can handle it.
They're loaded. They can handle it. And if anything, they're left leaning.
Well, I mean that's kind of the thing, right?
Right.
Is it wasn't just the FCC,
right?
There were what was it? Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to look this up. Hang on.
Okay.
Okay, so one of the other things is you saw starting in like 2022, them making a bigger push to put more of their content on the YouTube so that they could try and recover some of their losses from ad revenue.
Interesting.
Because their ad revenue from 2018 to 2025 dropped by almost 50%. So, I mean, like what that means is like interested people.
Yeah, your viewership is going down.
Well, it's not necessarily your viewership is going down. It's that the people who are willing to advertise on your show are willing to pay 50% compared to what they were willing to pay 5 years ago.
Gotcha. Also bad. It's a trend.
Very bad.
Yeah. This is a trend.
Hang on. I need to go back up to the top of this. Let's see here. Yeah. So in 2018, their ad revenue was around $439 million. And in 2024, it was around 221 million.
That's half.
I mean,
that's half.
Right.
And again, for any business, that's a bad business move. Doesn't matter who you are.
Yeah, it's like this thing is bleeding.
Right.
Just kill it.
And anybody can look at that and go, oh, it's so much money still. Well, it is if you have no idea what it takes to run anything.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, it's like any business can tell you what their gross profits were, and I don't care. Tell me what your net profit was. Tell me what you're doing with what you've actually got. But if your overhead, exceeds or is anywhere near what you're bringing in, you are not profitable.
Yeah.
So you have to understand, like, yes, $220 some odd million is a lot of money.
Yeah.
But do you know how much it takes to do anything that they do? I don't.
No.
So
here's the
if you had $4 million before,
think about this in 2018 versus 2025, which is the two numbers that we're comparing.
Yep.
Did salaries go up or did salaries go down?
Right. Well,
did costs of production go up?
Right.
Or did costs of productions go down? And so it's not just an option to look at like, okay, so we have half the advertising dollars that we had versus 2018. It's like our costs of producing the show have probably doubled,
right?
But we've lost half of our revenue,
right?
So we're actually down by about 100%.
It's really bad.
It's really bad.
It's really bad.
Really, really bad.
Yeah.
And so, like, here's the thing: were his comments like egregious and completely offensive? No.
Yeah, right.
Maybe not.
And expected, honestly.
On considering the circumstances, yeah, probably inappropriate.
Well, yeah.
But were they probably talking about doing this anyway?
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Sure. Yeah, I agree.
Like, and it's like, stop crying.
Right.
Like you made a stupid decision at a stupid time that made it way easier for them to do the thing
that they wanted to do
that they were going to do by the end of the year anyway.
Right. Yeah.
Because they were going to stop the bleeding.
Right. And most likely the only reason that they haven't done it is because they're going, okay, who are we going to put into this?
No, it's because late night has been an institution in America for a long time.
Sure, but it doesn't mean that they can't continue doing a late night show. They just got to find someone who can be profitable doing it.
I don't think they can. I don't think they can.
You don't think anybody exists that can do it?
No.
I mean, there has to be.
Not to make it profitable.
Maybe not, but I mean, you got guys out there like Jimmy Fallon making it happen.
But he's losing money too.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's not one of them that's making money.
Do you think this has everything to do with the way cable has gone?
Let me put it to you this way. What's the Royal Kingdom?
I don't know what that is.
It's a game for your cell phone.
Okay.
All right. Jimmy Fallon is one of the big spokespersons for that game.
Okay.
It's a game for your cell phone.
Right.
How much money do you think he's making from that?
I bet it's a bunch.
Right?
I bet I don't know, but I bet it's a bunch.
Could you have ever conceived of David Letterman doing an ad for a cell phone game?
No.
Why?
Well, number one, he probably didn't have to.
Why?
Well, because he was really good, first of all, and everybody. But here's the other thing. I also believe that we are in just a completely different culture of TV.
Right. David Letterman was making money.
Yeah.
He didn't have to go do anything.
Right. But you know, you look at where we live in our culture today, everything is streaming. Mm-hmm. Everything is available at any time that I really want it to be available. Cable TV it exists, but it doesn't really exist. And even Dish and DirecTV, they exist. But
I really want to hear from the people that actually have cable.
Right.
Who are you?
Right. And and here's the reason that people don't, is because those contracts don't work anymore. I mean, whenever you have cable and you no longer have NBC, because NBC won't do the contract that you want them to do. So now your cable company just doesn't have NBC. Right. Or they don't have ABC, or they don't have Fox, or whatever. And it's like, look, I want to watch football. I don't even care about all this other, whatever. I just want to watch football. I can't watch football. So what am I going to do? I'm going to go buy YouTube TV.
Right.
Or Fubo, or whatever it is. Fubo? Is that right?
That's a thing.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. All of a sudden, I got the old school brand in my brain.
Yeah,
what I'm talking about?
I know what you're talking about.
Okay. Anyway, so you wind up cutting the cord and doing these streaming services, and I think that late night goes away because you know what people are doing late night? They're scrolling on their phone. They're playing this Royal Kingdom. They're watching something on Netflix. They are doing completely different things than 10 and 11 o'clock. 12 o'clock, late night shows.
Late night TV late night television talk shows are just irrelevant.
They are. Well, and
the same way that news, like CNN, MSNBC, Fox News, they're going to be irrelevant.
Yeah.
Look, we've been talking about it for years. It's like, oh, you guys don't see it coming? You really don't see it coming? You don't see it coming. You're going to be irrelevant. You're going out of business.
Yeah.
Unless you change. They won't change.
Well, you even see the NFL playing on Apple TV. Mm-hmm. You see these things that are staples are finding alternatives.
Yeah, the only thing keeping people in cable right now is if they're sports fanatics.
Oh, absolutely.
Which I have my own opinions about that, but
but you're not wrong. I mean, it's just we live in a different culture where the institution of late night talk show is honestly, I wonder how many people actually heard him say that live.
That would be an interesting question,
because most people heard it after the fact.
Yeah.
In a news something that they got from somewhere else, and from Facebook or from Instagram or wherever. Not because they heard it and were incredulous and woke up the next morning and went, oh, look, the thing that I was incredulous about, they did something about. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but this also goes back to something that I think is a fundamental truth that you and I hold, which is you should do good things for the right reasons.
Yeah.
Be a good person because you should be a good person. And I'll tell you right now, good people don't say horrible things about other people. So stop saying trash about other people. And could we please just act like humans and adults and be kind to one another?
Right.
I don't know why this is such a difficult social construct to figure out.
Right.
Like, and if you can't be kind to someone, I mean, there was an old adage, right? Can't say something nice, don't say anything at all, right? Like, where did that come from? What came from somewhere that's really good, and we've gotten away from it. And social media has perpetuated this problem that I can say whatever I want to without any recourse.
Right.
I can do whatever I want to because I can, put it out there. And what are they going to do? Like digitally punch me in the face? Oh, thanks.
Yeah. Real quick, I wanted to circle back around. I did look it up. So a lot of people were complaining that it was government overreach from the FCC tightening the screws on ABC.
Okay.
About getting rid of Jimmy Kimmel. In context, here's the other thing you need to understand: is you had two other major players acting in this. One of them is Nexstar Media Group.
Okay.
And the other one is Sinclair Broadcast Group.
Okay.
So for context, here's their statement. Nexstar Media Group, as an owner of many ABC affiliates, objected to the comments as offensive and insensitive at a critical time in our national political discourse. It announced it would pull Jimmy Kimmel Live on its ABC stations for the foreseeable future. So that was just them across the board.
So they're going, look, we have affiliates. You won't any longer be affiliated.
Yeah, we're like you can play everything else,
but not that.
But we're pulling Jimmy Kimmel.
Yeah.
Sinclair Broadcast Group also owns many ABC affiliates. Okay. Demanded that Kimmel apologize to Charlie Kirk's family and make a personal donation to Turning Point USA.
Oh my!
And said that his comments were inappropriate and deeply insensitive, and stated they would not allow the show to return to their stations unless and until that occurred. So they demanded an apology and a donation. And said, until those things occur, this show is no longer broadcasting on any of our groups as well. So it wasn't just the FCC.
No.
It was actually these private organizations that actually own the ABC affiliates in these markets, which I actually used to work for CBS back in the day.
Okay.
And I understand how some of this works. I was actually the guy that would put the tape in the machine that actually decided what were the ads went on and what the show that was being shown.
Okay.
It is easily controllable
as
to what you show and what you don't show in those local markets.
Sure.
And all it takes is one phone call from the guys at the top. Don't show that, show this. And
it's done.
And that's it. And then Seinfeld's canceled.
Yeah.
Look, I was running 2 a.m. reruns of Seinfeld.
Yep.
That was like one of my big jobs, was making sure that Seinfeld came on at 2 a.m.
Wow.
And so this is not difficult stuff.
Sure.
And so it's not just the FCC. Now, the FCC, they came out and they said some stuff.
Sure.
But that really doesn't have as much weight as the customer
boots on the ground
to ABC who's saying their affiliates who actually own these distribution points for all of their content is saying, nah, we ain't showing it.
Right. Yeah.
And so ABC really has no option other than to kowtow to their affiliates, which is their distribution points.
Right.
For their content,
right,
and be like, oh, okay, nobody wants to show this, and by the way, it's been losing millions and millions of dollars year after year.
Yep.
So easy solution, cancel.
Right.
So
and we saw we're not going to get into this. Okay, we're not going to get into this, but we know of an individual who said something on social media, and he owns a business. And while he got thrashed by an unbelievable number of people, probably the thing that I looked at and went, oh, that's bad, is when his supplier said, we're cutting you off.
Yep.
When your supplier cuts you off and says, we don't want anybody that uses our products to be affiliated in any way with the type of thing that this person said. The person then goes, what am I going to do?
Yeah.
I have no other option. I'm probably going to have to shut my business down.
Yep.
Because who's going to supply me, right? I almost feel like the same thing happened here with ABC, where they're going, look, our supply chain just got shut down.
Yep.
So what are we supposed to do? are we just going to take ABC off the air? No. We'll just take him off the air.
Just take him off the air.
And by the way, we probably kind of wanted to do this anyway.
That was, look, it was coming.
It was coming.
It was coming.
Yeah, the writing was on the wall, right?
Look, you don't have to be a genius to look at those numbers and like,
No.
well, we lost twice as much millions this year as we lost last year.
Right.
Let's just keep going.
Yeah.
Kick that can down the road.
Right. Not going to work.
So, and speaking of kicking the can down the road, we did have a big rate cut.
This is
it was a
very
big announcement.
Interesting.
Yeah, so we got a quarter of a point cut.
That's a lot.
It's a lot. So here's the thing, though, is we were promised 4 before the end of the year.
We were.
So if this is the first of 4, be interested to see what happens before the end of the year.
It is.
So it's also interesting that it happened at the tail end of summer.
Yeah, the timing did feel interesting. Yeah, the timing is interesting to me as well.
Yeah.
But
I mean, because it's this, honestly, like the slowest real estate month you could have done it in.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Which is what it affects more than anything is the real estate market.
Right.
Like real estate agents, lenders, title agents across the country just gave a unified wahoo these past few days because finally, like a significant rate cut.
Something has happened.
Something's happened.
Right. And I think that it's the media around it is interesting.
Yeah.
It kind of came in expected, but some people thought it was going to be higher than it was.
Like a bigger cut?
A bigger cut.
Yeah.
Other people went, oh, this is just the beginning of what we're being promised.
Well, hopefully, because again, they promised 4
That's right.
before the end of the year.
Right.
We'll see if that actually happens because we ain't got that much time left.
Right. So it was cut down to a 30-year mortgage at 6.35% last week, which is at its lowest level in nearly a year. So, if there's going to be more cuts than that, and you get more quarter points here, quarter points there, we're going to be under 6 before long, and getting down to possibly 5, maybe even under 5. They're projecting. I saw something projected saying it would not be abnormal for this type of cut to see something get down in the like 4.5 to 4%.
Yeah,
which you can go back and listen to previous episodes if you really want to hear this be true. We locked in at 4.5%, and it climbed quickly to 6.
Oh yeah.
After we locked in at 4.5. I feel pretty happy to be at 4.5 compared to what we could have been. But if it gets down significantly enough, this market's going to start kicking back up. You're going to see refis. You're going to see
this is when people who have been hanging on to property, start releasing it into the marketplace.
That's it.
Because they know that it's now viable to buy again.
Their confidence is up.
Yeah.
So,
which, I mean, again, could be good because with the more houses on the market means that the price is going to drop because there's going to be more inventory, which is the big thing that we've been suffering from is lack of inventory.
That's it. People have been scared. They've been scared to put their house on the market because they don't know what they can buy. And when you're in this, when you have a market that is rooted in fear, things are slow.
Yeah.
Just in general, I mean, it's back whenever the rates were like 2.75 and even lower. I mean, people were going, I'll do this all day long.
Yeah.
Because
that's where we ended up with ours. We ended up on a 15-year note at like 3.5 or something like that. I mean, like,
it's awesome. It's awesome.
And so like we're in the same position that a lot of people are at, where it's like, why would I ever sell this place?
Right?
Why? Like, even if I didn't live here anymore, why would I sell it when I know that the rent is so much more valuable? Based off of what I'm having to pay monthly for the property. So, it makes a lot of sense, and I can guarantee you, like Trump is turning the screws on them. Like, hey, when's the next one?
Right?
When's the next one? Like, what's the plan? Because like, if you want to see the economy get stimulated, it's like when you start getting houses into the market and being sold. and those things getting turned over at a more rapid rate than what has been happening over the past couple of years, that's going to be a massive stimulation for the economy. And it could be a false stimulation.
Could be.
Like, look, I mean, like, that could just be like a weird bubble that we experience. We're kind of in a bubble right now anyway.
Yeah.
So who knows what's going to happen?
Well, I mean, he promised a lot of things.
Yep.
And don't care what you think about Trump. What I do know is that the man is a smart business person. He has been for a long time. And I think that we saw in his previous presidency, the economy was better than it's been in who knows how long.
Right.
Because he was able to put some things in place. This may be a marker of one of the first big things that he can look at and go, look what I'm doing. You're welcome.
Yeah.
Type of thing.
So I mean, like, I'm not in the camp of now's the time to buy.
Not yet.
No, not yet.
We're getting there.
We're getting there.
Yeah.
Now, if you're having to move right now, it's a lot less terrible than it was before.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, if you have good credit,
you sure?
You know.
Yeah, so, because these are good credit numbers.
Good credit numbers.
Yeah. So, well, listen. If you have any questions, feel free to send us some information. Send us your questions. You can send it to info@homeownershow.com. I'd be happy to answer any of those. But man, we just want to say thank you for listening. I think we're going to wrap this up here.
Yep.
And it's been good. Our prayers go out to the Kirk family and to all things surrounding that. And man, it's a weird time.
Yep.
Weird time. Thank you for subscribing, for listening. We got some cool things we should probably talk about with that, with our numbers and people liking us right now.
Next episode.
Thanks for being around. Till next time, we'll see you later.
See you.